Okay, good evening everyone. Shalom Aleichem. Welcome. We're continuing in Sefer Chofetz Chaim, Hilchos Lashon Harah, Klal Ches, Halacha Yud Beis. This is the limud for today, for Tisha B'Av. On Friday we did 2 days. We did Friday Shabbos, and we still have to do today. And then tomorrow morning we'll be up to date. We're in Klal Ches Halacha Yud Beis. V'da'oid. The Isra Lashon Harah afilu imegana oisei b'fnei Yisrael. The Isra of Lashon Harah is even if you disparage someone before another Jew. V'chol shekein imeganeo b'fnei Nachem. Certainly, if you disparage a Jew before Gentiles, the avoino gadol harba yoser. The sin is much greater. Ki malvad shu mevaze kvoid Yisrael. Aside from the fact that you're shaming the honor of Klal Yisrael. Umachalo kvoid shemayim ayidei zeh. By the way, this is very appropriate to learn on Tisha B'Av, as one of the ikar things that were misabel on Tisha B'Av is the chilul, the desecration of the honor of Klal Yisrael and the desecration of the honor of Hashem. So by disparaging a Jew in front of Gentiles, you're disparaging, you're lowering the esteem of Klal Yisrael, you're lowering the esteem of Shamayim. You're causing a lot of harm to your friend. If you disparage your friend before another Jew, the other Jew won't necessarily decisively believe. But if you speak about a Jew in front of a Gentile, if you say this Jew is a crook, and he afflicts other people, he cheats other people, he will immediately decide. In other words, if you tell a Gentile, he'll believe it right away. He will immediately if you tell the Gentile, he'll tell everyone about it. You'll cause the Jew damage and distress. Especially if you are malshin. In other words, you don't just disparage, but you tattle on another Jew. That sin is too great to bear. A malshin, one would fall under the category of a malshin. V'dinoi shavel apikaris, and his halachic status would be equivalent to a heretic, v'hakoifrim b'Torah, and to those who deny the Torah, uvetchias hamesim, and the resurrection. Shegehenim kala, that even if Gehenim ceases, v'heim einam kalam, they will not yet cease. In other words, even if the fires of Gehenna burn out, they still will not have, so to speak, been given their just punishments. They still need to have the fires stoked up again. Therefore, every Jew has to be careful to guard himself very much, not to tattle on a Jew lifnei akom. Umisha over al zeh, one who violates this, v'hilech malshin, and he is malshin al Yisrael b'fneim on another Jew. Harehu ki'ilu cheref v'gedeif. It's as if he has disgraced and disparaged. V'herim yad b'Torahs Moshe, and he has raised his hand against the entirety of the Torah of Moshe Rabbeinu. Chomoshen nifsak b'choshen mishpat, as it's paskin and choshen mishpat. By the way, look on the bottom, in the footnote, kamoi sheyadu, as it is known. What does this refer to? One who violates this and goes and is malshin on a Jew before goyim, it's like he desecrated the Torah. Now in the bottom we have something very interesting. Kamay sheyadu, as it is known, sheish anoshim soichrin edim. There are people who hire witnesses, uma'alilan al chavreim, and they tattle on their friends, not to extract their money unlawfully. In other words, what it seems like, then we have a comment that this footnote was put there because of censorship. The censors added this. As you can imagine, it probably was not so simple for the Chofetz Chaim to talk about the severity and the difference between bad-mouthing a Jew in front of another Jew and in front of a Gentile, and how if you do it in front of a Gentile, or you're malshin on Jews before Goyim, it is considered, one is considered like an apikaira. So because of censorship, the Chofetz Chaim had to add in the footnote. In other words, it almost What's so bad about being Maush in front of Goyim? They'll do everything justly. Won't the Gentiles act justly? So because of censorship, the Chofetz Chaim had to add, well, maybe because this Jew might badmouth another Jew and he'll hire false witnesses. That's the only thing we're worried about. But really, that's not the only thing we're worried about. We're worried about, even if you don't hire false witnesses, it could cause a Jew a lot of harm if you tattle on them before the Gentiles. Anyway, that's today's limud. I hope you all have a beautiful evening. Kol tov, everyone. See you tomorrow. Kol tov.
Recording stopped.
Eli Rutstein, Shalom Aleichem. I don't hear you. Which Rutstein are you?
Aleichem Shalom.